Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock with Arturio and Emerys. Okay, so last episode we continued on the Botania path, so that means I need to do another episode showing what I did in the last week that while I wasn't able to record. A lot of things happened down here. And this is one of the most important ones, was I set up this system for creating SoulSand. And it works pretty simply. There's barrels here that get filled with water from actually over here. Okay, so this liquid transfer node and the world interaction upgrade automatically take water, feed it to these 4 barrels, and because there's mycelium surrounding them, these barrels convert that mycelium into witch water. Now, unfortunately, due to a graphical glitch, you can't see the fluid in there, which is unfortunate. So this chest up here, if I put sand in it, it gets fed into the barrels and that gets turned into SoulSand, and the transfer nodes underneath pull the SoulSand out into this barrel, and then the the oak barrels back here get refilled with water to start the process over and over again. Let me go get some sand real quick so we can demonstrate this. I hope I have sand. I'm pretty sure I have sand. Sand, yeah. Is that sand or that? Nope, that's dust. Yeah, that's sand. Okay. Every now and again, I try to make sure that I make quantities of the sand, the dust, and the gravel using the compressed hammers. Eventually, I'll have technology to make it automatically. So there you go. You throw some sand in there, and you can see it's already making SoulSand fairly quickly. To make the 17-ish stacks that are in here took several hours. But since this is mycelium near witch water, it grows mushrooms. And those are somewhat useful. I was trying to make these white mushrooms, and to make the white mushroom spore, you have to crossbreed red mushroom and brown mushroom. And in order to do that, you need Netherwart, crossbreed Netherwart with potato seeds to get the brown mushroom spores. Or you can crossbreed Netherwart with poppy seeds to get the red mushroom spores. And I gotta tell you, this was pretty challenging to figure out how to do. Now, I may have been wrong about this, but I was trying to do the Netherwart in the overworld here, and I couldn't get the Netherwart to grow at all. I kept saying that this item will not grow here. Now, it may just have been because I was doing it up top on SoulSand, and it just wasn't dark enough. But I actually came and made flint and steel. You literally have to use flint and steel. You can't use flint and iron. And I made a nether portal, and I came through, and the nether is a void world, so I made this little room here, and this is solely for the purpose of creating Netherwart. What is that there? That's interesting. That's dirt. Okay. So this little room is full of SoulSand, and this is where I created my Netherwart. And there's my 10-10-10 Netherwart seeds. So I basically stood in here with my watering can and kind of did the breeding process here. And it didn't take long to make the Netherwart to get it to 10-10-10. Once you have a watering can, each thing that you're trying to do, if you have a supply of crop sticks and stuff and a seed analyzer, it really only takes about 15-20 minutes tops to do each individual seed. So that's what this seed analyzer is for. But then you have to crossbreed the Netherwart with poppy seeds to get the red mushroom spores, and you have to do that on mycelium. So I came in here, and so what I had to do was I had to dig up. Do I have any? I don't have any torches on me. Are there any torches in here? This is very dark. You guys are not going to be able to see this. All right, I'm going to tear down some of these walls temporarily so you guys can get a little bit of light in here. There we go. At least it's a little bit brighter. Okay, so I left this side SoulSand, and then in the center here I put mycelium, and then here I put dirt and made it into farmland. So I had the Netherwart, the 10-10-10 Netherwart growing here, and I had the 10-10-10 poppy seeds, and was the other one carrots growing here, and then the mycelium here, and so they crossbred and made the red and white spores. That took a while, and I didn't try to improve them here. Let's put all this back. I went to the trouble of building it. I might as well put it back. All of that just to get to try and get mushrooms. Then once I had the red and the white spores, I made this little room over here, and this is a dark room for trying to get them to crossbreed. So these are just 5-5-5 because I crossbred 10-10-10 Netherwart with 10-10-10 poppy and whatever the other one was, and so that gives me the 5-5-5. Now I could take these and I could further improve them to 10-10-10. These only grow in the dark, you know, so I'd have to do that. But now this whole thing becomes a spawning area. If I stay in here and I get the watering can, I could improve these. It wouldn't take that long. Like I said, it would take about 10-20 minutes. But the reason I haven't is because I don't need to. And I will show you why real quick. All right, let's go up here. And I believe over here, I've got mushrooms. These are brown and these are red. This particular mod pack, it's kind of hard to see which ones those are. Let me grab a little bit of bone meal, and I am going to sleep just to make it daytime. All right. So I have this mycelium here, and under normal circumstances, mushrooms would not grow here. What did I do with that? Didn't I not just... All right, I think I've got some over here. Yeah, bone meal. Okay, so bone meal on the mushrooms on mycelium, and this is what you get. Now, for some reason, you don't get mushrooms with everyone, but you get some. And so you'll get... for each one of these, I don't know, it's kind of like a tree. You'll get like 5 or 6. Oh, my axe broke. Let me go get some iron and repair it. My pick's about to break. Let's repair the pick and repair the axe. And back over here and chop this down. Now, it's hard to see, but there's actually, it's spawnable up there, so you want to be careful when you do this. At night, that will become a spawning area, so I need to make sure this all goes away before nighttime. Will mycelium spread back there? I think so. Okay, so that was the brown, and this is the red. Yeah, see, I can't plant there now. So that's that's pretty easy. I don't, you know, maybe if I get bored sometime, I can't think of anything else to do, I may improve those spores to 10, 10, 10, but, you know, there's not a pressing need to. You honestly don't need that many mushrooms. Like the white mushrooms I have over there, which are 10, 10, 10, those will satisfy any cooking recipe that requires mushrooms. So the red and brown ones, the only purpose, as far as I remember, serve is for making runes in Botania. Specifically, I think the rune of either spring or summer. I think one of them... Oh, great. I have to make imbued slates. All of these are going to take imbued slates rather than mana steel. Okay. But anyway, one of these, I thought, took mushrooms. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's one of these. See, these ones take mana steel. Oh, and they also take balance shards. So I'm going to have to get into Thaumcraft and Blood Magic to really pursue Botania. It's interesting how everything is very much kind of interwoven. And you know what? I may have made those mushrooms for no reason. I did need Netherwart to make the fire essence, or the rune of fire. And I can use the Pam's Craft mushrooms for the rune of earth. So, okay. Like I said, if I get bored, I may improve them to 10, 10, 10 just for completeness sake, but I certainly don't have to. Well, anyway, I think that will do it for today. There is just one other thing we'll talk about, and this is something that you've probably seen up till now, and we just haven't talked about it. This episode and the previous 4 episodes, I all recorded on a Saturday, all on the same Saturday. My wife is off running errands, doing her thing, and she let me have all of today to try and record as much as possible. So I am taking advantage of that. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is I made the platform bigger, and I did a little bit of the redecorating that we talked about, and I've got planting areas for, I believe, all of the agricraft and all of the Botania flowers, and then the vanilla crops. Now there are a few other crops that I don't have areas for, and those are mostly for witchery, like the snowbell seeds and the water artichoke and that kind of stuff. There's 5 or 6 of those that I may need to do the agricraft thing for, but I'll worry about those later. So that was the other thing I did this week, was when I got bored with everything else, I very, very slowly kind of built all of this. And I'm not quite done. I don't have enough dirt to finish it all, but I had enough planting area for the rubber trees and the oak trees, and I just kind of left it there. Eventually, I will finish all of that, and that way I'll have room for other types of trees if I need it, which I probably will at some point. I'll need them for something. I don't know what. But that's the last thing that I did this week while I was working on all this. So it was kind of good to get a lot of stuff done, but it makes it kind of hectic to get things recorded to try and keep that three video a week schedule that I'm trying really hard to keep. So now I think we have talked about everything I've done this week, and so the next episode I record will again focus on Botania and the progress that I'm making on all the other stuff that I need to do. So I guess probably in the near future I'm going to need to make a blood altar and start improving it so I can make the runes, so that I can make the runes for here. You know, it definitely gets a little bit annoying with everything being so intertwined, but you know, it works. But we're making good mana over here. We've got almost a quarter of a mana pool, so that's good progress. But anyway, I think that will do it for today. I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it would be great if you would subscribe. And lastly, if you have any questions or comments, leave them on YouTube, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.